Welcome to lesson 32, Year 2 Phonics. These are phonics focus today. Let's begin by activating our phonemic awareness. Are you ready to say some words and change the sounds? Good job, listening carefully. Say the word coupon. Now, take off the on sound from the end. Say coop and add a r in after the k. Croup. Well done. Now say croup. Change the k sound at the start for g. Group. Well done. Are you ready? Take away the r. Goop. Now say goop and take away the p and add a th. It's going to give you a funny word, but don't worry. Gooth. That is a funny word. And are you ready? Let's change the g in gooth to a y. What do you have? Youth. Youth. Well done. Did you tune in those sounds? Some of them were a bit tricky, and when we had that funny word gooth in there, you kind of might be thinking, oh, that doesn't sound right. But if you got gooth, you got it right, because it was a pseudo word. It was a nonsense, silly word. Okay, now we've tuned in our ears to our sounds. Let's get ready and tune our eyes into our graphemes. So our phonemes are ready. Let's check our graphemes. Let's go through our grapheme deck. Ready? See how quick we can do it today. Or. Three sounds. Ch, k, sh. I. You. Two sounds, hard and soft. Hard first, k, soft, s, when followed by E, I or Y. Long, O, short, O. Or. Three sounds, end of words, it's a vowel sound. E as in happy, I as in cry, and it in pyramid. Ah. Two sounds, voiced and unvoiced, f and th. Two sounds, s and z. O. Air. E. Ng. Three sounds, e, e, a. Long sound, u, short sound, ah. And this one, two sounds this time, ow as in house and oo as in soup. Are you ready to go on with our lesson now? We're going to be using this one again. Our learning intention for today is to use the grapheme OU as in soup, and also to use UE as in glue, making oo, double O as in moon, making oo, split vowel, UE, making oo like flute, EW as in screw, making oo as well. The most common spelling pattern for the oo sound, so our first choice in spelling, I guess, would be this one, double O. This is the one you will see the most. The next most common one, if I can find it, let's have a look. There it is, EW, like screw. That's probably your second choice. The other graphemes we don't see as frequently in our words, so we won't see them as often, but we still need to know them just in case. Okay, are you ready for the next activity? Because there's so many different combinations of graphemes to make the oo phoneme, we've got a little memory hook sentence that might help you. Remember, we've seen some of these before? This one's a really funny one. It says moon soup with glue, flutes and screws. That's an unusual stuff to have in the soup, isn't it? But on the moon, this little fella here, he likes his moon soup with glue and flutes and screws. So that's one way of remembering the different spellings for oo, because there's lots of them to choose from. And remember that there's not really any rules, it's just a matter of reading and writing and seeing them used lots of times to help us remember and map which sound goes where. So moon soup with flutes, with glue, flutes and screws. Let's do a little bit of a sort to help us try and remember too. Let's try and look at some more words and see. So let's have a look at some words here. We're going to map them. We're going to put them on double O making oo, split vowel UE making oo, UE making oo, EW making oo, and OU making oo. Let's have a look at some words that have those graphemes. First word, you can read that one, zoo. Double O, and glue that on. Next word, ooh, split vowel making the oo, p-o-l-oot, pollute. Hope you don't pollute anything around your house. Pollute means to make it dirty. This is our animal that you might have researched the other day. K-oog-ah, cougar. O-u making oo. This one has ue making oo. Say the sounds. K-l-oo, clue. I'll give you a clue where it goes. It's on ue. Here's our second most common spelling choice, EW making oo, sk-r-oo, screw. That's our prompt word as well, screw. Here's our most popular spelling choice for oo, double O, moon. Split vowel ue, f-l-oot, flute. How are you going making that oo sound with all these different graphemes? Ah, this one has a prefix. Un, t-r-oo, untrue, not true. Remember, un means not. U-e, oo. Here's our prompt word for OU making oo, soup. Make sure I stick it in the right place. Looking at those graphemes, saying oo, locking it in my brain. The last one, E-W-U, ch-oo, chew. So there are lots of graphemes that make that oo sound, so it's really tricky. So we're going to practice some more words now. Today our word grid has all the different graphemes making oo. And you might also notice that our word grid today hasn't got all the oos highlighted in red, only the first time we see them. So making it a little bit trickier for you today, you're going to have to scan through that word and see if you can see which grapheme's making the oo sound. Let's do the first row together. This one's got beautiful, nice, easy to see oo sounds. You ready? Tap and say, t-oo-k-a-n, toucan. Next one, ooh, capital letter. What's that mean? It's the name of something. See what it is. June. June. It's the name of a month. That's why it has a capital letter. Next word. It's our prompt word. You should get this one really quickly. Soup. Tap and say b-l-oo, blue. Moon. Another prompt word. Now, this row, we don't have the red letters for oo. Have a look through the word, see if you can see what grapheme's making the oo in this word. Point it out for you. Sound out the word. Did you get it? Cougar. Well done. This is that funny one that means not a plugged-in guitar. Well, it's kind of a music word. You ready? Sound it out. Acoustic. Acoustic. Did you get it? But look at this one. Ooh, I can see a suffix here, l-s, less. What's the first part of it? K-l-u-l-s, clueless. Did you get it? Next one, this one's got a prefix and we use this in our word sort. Can you read it? Untrue. This one we used in our word sort too. Flute. Well done. Look at this one. Ooh, look carefully, because there's only one letter different than the word we just read. Flue, like a chimney, where all the smoke goes up through the flue. Whoa, big word. Don't get scared by that though. Let's break it up. Z-oo, zoo, k-e-p, keep, zookeeper, zookeeper. Oh, another big word. So it's a compound word. Let's break it into its two parts. Sk-r-oo, screw, d-r-ive, driver. Put them together, screwdriver. This one, I can see a suffix straight away, ing, sound out the first bit, ch, oo, and then ing, chewing, chewing. Did you get it? Break it up. Sometimes it helps to scan through the words, see if you can see any prefixes or suffixes before you start. How about this one? It's a split vowel making the oo sound in this one. P-o-l-oot, pollute. Well done. Let's read them a little bit faster for our fluency. You ready? Toucan, June, soup, blue, moon, cougar, acoustic, clueless, untrue, flute, flu, zookeeper, screwdriver, chewing, pollute. I want you to pause your video and see if you can read through 3 times and see if you can get a little bit faster but still accurate each time you read it, and then come back ready for the questions. How'd you go with that reading? Are you ready to see if you can find some words and see what they mean? Have a look. In the 5th row, can you find a word that is a musical instrument? Oh, not the 5th row, Zana. That's not a row, is it? That's a row. This is a column. In the 5th column, can you find a word that's a musical instrument? Kind of play it like this. It's silver, shiny. Can you find it? Flute. Has quite a high-pitched sound, the flute. Ready for the next one? In the 2nd row, this way this time, can you find a word with a prefix? We might have already given you a clue when we were reading through. Which word has a prefix? And the prefix means not. That's a big hint, isn't it? Untrue. Un means not. Not true. Untrue. In the 3rd row, can you find a word with 3 syllables? You might actually find 2. Did you find them? You're looking for a big word, aren't you? We've got zookeeper, that's got 3 syllables, zookeeper, and screwdriver. They both have 3 syllables. Did you find them both? Well done with reading those words and working out what they meant. On to our writing now. There's lots of choices today for our graphemes, so I'm going to put some things up that will help us as well. Because there's so many, we're going to have these little pictures to help us which spelling, which grapheme oo we need to use. So we'll start with the one we've been learning this time round, OU making oo as in soup. Remember EWU, UEU, double OU, the most popular one, and split vowel UE making oo. Oh, look at all those choices. It's going to be a little bit tricky, so I'm going to give you a clue as you write today. You ready for your first word? Our first word is our prompt picture. Soup. Tap and say the sounds in soup. S-oo-p, soup. Write it. I'm just going to grab my pen. You ready? Remember, say the sounds as you write them. Help make it stick. S-oo-p, soup. Write the whole word and say it. S-oo-p, soup. Next word, remember you can pause if you need a little bit more time to write. Next word, it's our other prompt picture. Screw. Tap and say the sounds in screw. S-k-r-oo, screw. Write and say. S-k-r-oo. Oh, I squeezed mine in the box. Hopefully you had a little bit more room to write yours because you're not squeezing them in boxes. Are you ready? Write the whole word and say it. S-k-r-oo. Oh, that's much better writing this time. Much happier with that one. How's your writing going? Ready for the next word? The next word is this one. It's our picture prompt as well. The word is flute. What are the sounds in flute? It's got a consonant cluster at the beginning. Make sure you can hear all the sounds. F, L, U, T, flute, and it's that split vowel. Have a go. F, L, U, T. And we're going to put that E in there, and remember it's coming across to help that make the oo sound. Let's write the whole word. F, L, U, T, flute. Next word. Moon, moon. I can see a pattern happening here. I think we might be writing our prompt words. I wonder what the next word might be then after moon. Moon. Tap and say the sounds in moon. Oo, n, double O for oo. Say it as you write. Oo, n. 3 sounds. Oo, n, moon. Make sure you say the sounds and then say the whole word. Last one. It is our prompt picture as well. UE as in glue. What are the sounds in glue? Tap and say g, l, oo, glue. UE, oo. Ready? G, l, oo, glue. Write the whole word. G, l, oo, glue. How did you go? Remember, if you had trouble spelling any of them and you made a mistake, it's always okay to go back and write it again. You can always pause, go back, write it again. Or if you want to practice any of them because they're a little bit tricky, remember the more we read them, the more we write them, the better they stick in our head. So if you want to do some more, you can. But if not, we're up to our review. Can you remember what our learning intention was today? We were going to use the graphemes OU, EW, UE, double O and split vowel UE to make the phoneme oo to read and write words. We did a good job of it too, I think, because it's so tricky because there's so many different choices. Remember that the most common one you might use is double O making oo, and the next one is EW making oo. These other ones you will see in words, but they're not the most common choices in our spelling. Well done. Ready for your independent activity? Your independent activity today is to have a look at all the different graphemes and do a word sort. Because remember, there's so many to choose from, and the only way we know is by reading and writing them lots of times. So on your screen, you will see a slide that has a grid with lots of different oo words with all the different graphemes. And what we want you to do is to sort them under the columns, kind of like we did earlier in the lesson when we did some of those oo sounds and we sorted them into the columns. But you've got a few extra words to do. Have a good go of that. Make sure you're looking really carefully for the grapheme. Tap and say the sounds, then write the word. That'll help you to make it stick in your head. Well done today for such great learning. Look forward to seeing you next time.